Hi and welcome back to the Strathalbyn town stage. We have Hayden Patten in the box. He is primed and ready to go. You can hear he's got the throttle on. Pretty soon he'll put it on the rev limiter. Maybe not. Maybe they're going to. Maybe they're just going to have an extra minute before they're let out. I think their start time was 1:27. Dan.
It is indeed, yes. Nick Lenthal, alongside myself, Dan McCarthy, to take you through the second running of the Strathalbyn town stage, and we're kicking things off with the competition category, and the first of which will be former WRC rally winner and current, Nick, Australian rally champion Hayden Patten. He wrapped that up just a couple of weeks ago.
Wasn't easy for him. Plenty of competition from the Bates boys and Alex Rullo, who also competes on gravel. But in his performance in this event, the last 3 days, he has proven a standout. He made 5 seconds on the first 4 kilometres, and he hasn't looked back. He has won every stage, and Alex Rullo has many times equalled his time, but not yet beaten him. So it gives you an idea of just how close the competition is. The cars are both Hyundai Rally 2 cars, so in other words, the second level of the World Rally Championship. The elite level is only a small number of cars, and then this is Rally 2, which is below. So Hayden, an incredible CV of driving. In fact, this year he at one point won 3 rallies in 3 weeks in 3 different countries. This guy is real good.
Yes, he is one of the very best in the world, a factory Hyundai driver. He was in WRC, has been ever since. He's won a couple of European Rally Championships since then, and of course winning for Hyundai in the Australian Rally Championship. Finally beating the Bates boys, Nick, of Harry and Lewis, who pushed him all the way, including Alex Rullo, who's also been his rival in the Shannon's Adelaide Rally. Revs are rising, we are underway. What launch that these things have down towards the first corner. He's very silky smooth through turn 1. He gave it a handbrake turn earlier for turn 2, and he does so again.
Yes.
Helps rotate the car perfectly so he can go flat out through the chicane, through the Shannon's kink, and blast towards the bridge. You could see all the phones out there taking the video to see world-class driver Hayden Patten.
And Dan Bowden in the Mustang, the Shelby GT350, an iconic shape, iconic car, and some pretty memorable horsepower too, as he lights up the tyres to get it off the mark. Nowhere near as nimble as the Rally 2 car, which is purpose-built for this kind of work. This is a 1960s relic that has been a popular choice for a lot of race car drivers and even classic ralliers.
Certainly has. Oh, here he is, the Irishman, Frank Kelly. He will put on a show for us. There we go, straight away. Bursts into wheel spin as he slaloms his way down towards turn 1. He loves the good handbrake turn. This corner is perfect for it. In he goes, gives it the old Scandinavian flick, and sideways on the exit as well. What a Larry driver this man is, through the Shannon's kink towards bridge corner, flicks it sideways once again before he negotiates the final couple of corners. Frank Kelly, what a showman.
And from sideways to straight, Oscar Matthews is going to give this a hell of a lunge, but I think he'll be working at trying to keep the car gripped up and relatively straight on this course, because he is really in the hunt here. There's a really close tussle going on. Oscar, being a local guy, he has benefited from his local knowledge the last 3 days, Dan.
He certainly has. In the wet yesterday, he did fall down to position number 5. However, with the demise of Matt Selly, who didn't take part in the last stage, and he has overtaken Redhead, he's back in a podium position, Nick.
Wow. And Josh Redhead also one to look out for, but here's Adam Kaplan, a driver of all forms of motorsport and all different cars. He previously won this rally in a Mazda RX-7 in the memorable Alan Moffat style livery, and he'll be having a very tidy go at this. This is the John O'Moyer 2.5 litre Millington 350 horsepower Escort. Give it the berries, Jono. He doesn't know any other way. He was moving up through the field after he came back yesterday. He said he loved the rain. He went down the Eagle on the Hill Road flat out in pouring rain and then back up the windy point. Listen to that beast.
And he can drive it as well, can't he? He might look calm, and he talks calm to you when you've interviewed him this weekend, but boy, oh boy, does he do his talking behind the wheel. Up next, Matt Selly, as I say, he's already told you, Nick, you interviewed him just before. This is the final stage that he will complete this year. Got a few mechanical dramas.
He did, Dan. He's actually, at some point, severed the wiring loom of the car, and so they fixed it to a point, but now when it misses under load, they're not sure if it's a fuel issue or an electronics issue, and he doesn't want to hurt the engine. That's why he's not going to continue. Here comes our local crowd pleaser, Jumping Jack Monkhouse in the Datto. Go hard or go home, Jack. This is a 2.4 litre Datsun 180V Triple S that he's owned for 20-something years. Jack has a background in drifting as well as gravel raveling. He competed in the Australian Rally Championship, not in this car, but he has won the historic Alpine Rally in this car, and he's giving it a red-hot go because he loves a crowd gang.
He certainly does. Here's another of those Rally 2 machines. It's the Mitsubishi Mirage of Stuart Reid, who's been there or thereabouts all weekend, hasn't he? And he actually won the Wairoa special stage yesterday, so he loves these short, sharp blasts through the towns. This really does play to his strengths, so what can he do here this afternoon? Can he pinch another of the stage victories here in Strathalbyn as we turn our attention to the first of our Indonesian contingents? It's Erwin. It's Ryan Nerwin who is behind the wheel of this Toyota Rally car, and he sits just outside the top 5 in the moment. He's locked in a great battle for position number 6, and he's at the head of that at the moment. What a great addition it's been to have these Indonesians a part of the rally this year, and he absolutely through there, nice and smooth as Andre Lukash takes off from the start line.
Now here's a man who hasn't had any gremlins the last 3 days. He's thoroughly enjoyed it. He actually said he liked the rain coming down the Eagle on the Hill Road, but he confessed it was a bit of a handful. Well, I think that's an understatement, because the 2-litre turbocharged rear-wheel drive car coming down Eagle on the Hill Road in pouring rain is something to get your full attention. He then went through the Windy Point up stage. He said, I wished it was dry, because he said, I reckon I could have had a really good crack at that. Lockie Cox, Mark 1 Escorts, Pinto engine, the traditional 2-litre 8-valve engine that they were born with. As an RS2000. Lockie's a local boy, loves lifting the inside front wheel on this car, and he's going to give it the full clip through here.
Certainly is, as you say, distinctive for cocking up those front wheels under heavy load just like that, through Bridge Corner and then through Water Barrier Bend as well. Oh, look at that, through the final sequence of corners. He did run a little bit wide there, but he kept it all under control, as does Nick Strakheisen, who's locked in combat with Andre Lukash. Both of those two, all weekend, they might not have the fastest machinery here, but they've been so very consistent, and as a result find themselves amongst the 27 competitive cars this year. They are punching above their weight, comfortably inside the top 10. Here we go, another of the Escorts. It's Tom Dermody.
This is a 2-litre BDG Cosworth engine. Tom hails from Queensland. He is an Irishman, of course, as you can work out from the name. He has a number of Escorts, gravel, tarmac. In fact, one of them was the car that Alistair McRae used this week. Listen to the purity of that Cosworth. That is a proper engine. 2-litre, 16-valve, alloy block, alloy head. This is an engine built for this sport.
Here is the man that you just spoke to, Rifat Sungkar, who got all of the Indonesians down here this year. He does a lot of work for the FIA over in Asia Pacific, and I think we can quite distinctively describe him as rally mad.
He is rally mad, but he's also a wonderful ambassador for Indonesia and for the sport. He actually has a role with the FIA in trying to grow the sport further, not only in Indonesia, but around the world. And Dan, to top it all off, in his SUV. He was amongst the best times going up Windy Point Road yesterday. He said he loved it. He said it was like a highway.
And he is high on life at the moment here in Australia, loving life, loving the Shannon's Adelaide Rally. It might be a big SUV, the Expander, not even sold in Australia, this vehicle, but he is really trying to put it on show for his Indonesian viewers, of which there are many, Nick. We've had so many comments from Indonesian fans watching onto the live stream, so welcome if you are. He is up against this man who sits in position number 4. He was in third overnight. He slipped behind Oscar Matthews again this morning, but he is pushing hard. He wants to reclaim that third position on the podium.
Josh Redhead, current New South Wales Rally champion on gravel, and he has put up a great show this weekend. He's been one of the rising stars of the last few days. This is David McDonough in a beast of a car.
Okay. And you can see why.
Right on cue, Dave. Thanks for that.
Absolutely. He's left half of his tyres on the grid, unfortunately, as he's taken off. He's got no wear left in them as he goes through the chicane. This thing is always sideways, no matter what size or shape corner it is. You can see it trying to break away from him at every single opportunity. It is a handful and a half.
Sounds like a V8 supercar, Dan.
Yeah.
And probably is under the bonnet.
I thought he'd gone then.
And now John Connolly and Michael McMichael in the BMW. Six-cylinder BMW owned by John and fettled by Michael. Michael McMichael, a well-known BMW technician in Adelaide for his business. And they are stalwarts of this event. You can't keep them away. They're getting on, but I reckon they'll be doing this for a lot longer yet. As a mate of mine says, you don't stop racing when you get old. You get old when you stop racing, Moreno.
Eno, as he's known to his mates in his last rally for a few years at least. These two youngsters in their 20s, they've started rallying together a couple of years ago and have done really well in the Indonesian scene. It's great to have them a part of the rally in their Mazda 2, not their regular vehicle that they are used to running in. And unfortunately they have had a few technical issues, but Ao's dad has said overnight that he really wants them to finish on a high together and just finish the rally. Here we are then, Alex Rullo, everybody, the reigning Shannon's Adelaide Rally winner. He is in second place at the moment behind his teammate Hayden Padden, but he is going down with a fight.